The body of any creature has multiple body parts and organs which have a specific purpose. Whether it's a human or an animal, every being has specific body parts that are useful. Eyes are one of the most important body parts and helps us in obtaining the vision, which is one of the senses. But did you know that like humans, animals can be blind too? Today we will talk about animals that have no eyes or are blind by nature. Watch the video, subscribe to the channel and explore the animal world with us. So, let's begin. For example, golden moles. These are the only mammals in the world that have fully adapted to life exclusively underground. Yes, they seem to have eyes, but they don't work. To interact with the world around them, moles use other senses that are better developed. Golden moles have phenomenal hearing. In addition, these animals have very thin skin, so they sense vibrations in the ground, which may indicate approaching danger. Naked mole rat. In the 70s of the last century, zoological scientists made a very unexpected discovery. In the savannas of East Africa, they managed to dig up entire colonies of small rodents that, far from prying eyes, led a very active lifestyle. Being almost bald and practically blind, they managed to dig through a whole network of complex tunnels up to 5 kilometers long. Mole rats have only 2 olfactory systems. One is aimed at searching for food, the second is aimed at finding partners for mating, a kind of built-in Tinder, as well as identifying other brothers in the friend-foe system. In addition, speaking about these creatures, one cannot fail to mention the fact that they do not feel pain from cuts or burns. And, unlike many other rodents, mole rats live for 30 years, while the average life expectancy of the same rats does not exceed 2 years. Common mole rat. We think the name of this species speaks for itself. Unlike golden moles, mole rats have no eyes at all, but they have huge teeth, similar to the bayonets of shovels, with which they dig the ground very successfully. So, for a second, these rodents dig complex burrows up to 250 meters long at a depth of about 3-5 meters. Not bad, isn't it? However, the professional ability to dig with teeth is far from the only superpower of mole rats. These animals also have excellent hearing and sense of smell. Star-nosed mole. Not a single top of the most unique and incredible is possible without mentioning starfish. And this is absolutely fair. Just look at their noses. Agree. I can't even believe that this is a real photograph and not a still from some science fiction film. Nevertheless, it is real, but this semblance of a star at the tip of the muzzle is actually a nose. It is with its help that star-nosed animals orient themselves in space and determine for themselves the overall picture of the world. But such an amazing nose shape is far from the only feature of these animals. They don't see anything, but they have amazing fur that allows them to always get out of the water unscathed. As for the starfish's sense of smell, it is the envy of 90% of representatives of the animal world. He can smell smells even underwater. Yeti crab. Who hasn't heard about the legendary humanoid creature, which is constantly hunted by millions of people around the world? It is difficult to say whether Bigfoot or Yeti actually exists, but we can say unequivocally, there is definitely one Yeti, and it is a crab. Like its mythical namesake, it appears to be covered in fur, which is actually a mass of feathery bristles. And yes, like other representatives of the fauna in this top, he is completely blind. The Yeti crab navigates in space thanks to its fur. Well, one cannot ignore the fact that crabs of this species are real drug addicts, so they prefer to settle closer to sources of toxic gases. Mexican tetra. There are 2 types of Mexican tetras, the ones that can see and the other ones called blind cavefish. How the blind cavefishes went from Mexican tetras with vision to no eyes is a story of evolution. These fishes live in caves with nearly no source of lighting. In order to save energy due to the food being scarce, these animals have to be sightless. It gives them a big boost in doing so and has helped them survive in these conditions. As per experts, an animal living in complete darkness doesn't need vision to survive. Sea urchin. A sea urchin is very unusual due to a number of different factors. From its shape to its behavior, this creature is nothing but abnormal. These are found in oceans all around the world except for the colder, polar regions. Their survival rate is very high, with the red sea urchin being the longest living creature. The red sea urchins can live up to 200 years. Texas blind salamander. Another animal living in the darkness of underwater is the Texas blind salamander. With no need of vision for these amphibians, their eyes have been reduced to black spots. The length of these salamanders is somewhere between 9 to 14 centimeters. As the name suggests, these are found in the caves of Texas. Since 1967, they have slipped to the list of endangered animals and face the danger of going extinct in the next 100 years. Well, we think this top once again proves that in nature everything is provided for, and if for some darkness is death, then for others it is a full life. The main thing is to always stay on the move, as moles, mole rats and Yeti crabs do. Thank you for watching the video, subscribe to the channel and be amazed at the world of wildlife around us.